3, 2, 1.
Freedom's First News with Jason Doyle.
It's 7:35 at Oklahoma's Talk Radio, Freedom 96.9. Welcome back to Freedom's First News. I'm your host, Jason Doyle, and joining us on the hotline is the governor of the great state of Oklahoma, Kevin Stitt. Governor Stitt, thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning.
Oh, man, it's great to be on with you, Jason, and talk to all the Oklahomans. And it is the great state of Oklahoma. So I love how you said that.
Yeah. As a pretty much a born and raised here, I was part of the brain drain, was part of also the boomerang crew that came back. And for the last 20-plus years, I've been back in Oklahoma and just enjoying my home state and seeing how it grows and seeing all the wonderful things that we've been doing over the last couple of decades to really make this a great state.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to have the reigning NBA champions here either, does it?
Oh, I love that. That has been one of my fun things because I lived in Kansas City for a while, so I'm a big Chiefs fan. And when the Chiefs were winning, everybody, my friends from Kansas City, oh, this is great. You must feel great. They all called me when we won the NBA championship. Said it must be great to have that in your hometown. I'm like, absolutely, it does. It feels great. So, and the parade was awesome and all that. But and I really appreciate you coming on and want to talk a little bit about the news conference you guys had yesterday on wildfire preparations. We know that a lot of Oklahoma is concerned about the wildfire danger we're facing here during fire season. So tell us a little bit about what the state of Oklahoma is doing to prepare as we get ready and get set for the next round of wildfires that inevitably we're going to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, last week I was really proud of the team. I mean, the coordination between forestry to our rural fire departments to the municipal fire departments, highway patrol, just everybody was lockstep together with emergency management as Annie Vest was kind of quarterbacking everything. And, just really proud of them. I mean, we moved all of our assets over to western Oklahoma. We were able to protect Woodward from any kind of, that could have been really bad. 15,000 people there, and that fire was coming, and the forestry was able to get there with their bulldozers and create some lines. Balco, Oklahoma, up in the Panhandle, we were able to evacuate that town, and so no loss of lives, no loss of homes, a few outbuildings, but overall it's good. And now we're preparing, and I'm just coordinating and getting all of our teams around the state of Oklahoma in preparation for this week as well.
And it's a multidisciplinary, multi-agency effort to bring this all together with the National Guard and Oklahoma Emergency Management, the Oklahoma Forestry Services. So it's a lot of coordination going into this.
It really is. I mean, we've got National Guard Black Hawk helicopters on standby, other assets ready to go from other states if we need them. And so, just really proud. The coordination has never been better between all the different agencies and state government, and just really proud of how they're working together. And obviously just also want to remind people, if you've got to clear any of that fuel around your house, if you've got tall weeds, if you've got bushes that are super dry up close to your house, that's the kind of stuff that you need to get rid of and make sure that you're really, really prepared. And then also, if you do get an evacuation notice, just take that seriously. We had a 7-car pileup driving into smoke up in the Panhandle last week, and so just got to be a little bit more in tune and careful, especially with this. 95% of the fires are human-made, and so we got to be really careful when we have this low humidity and high winds across the state. So just a word of caution to everybody, just to be on extra cautious.
All right. Well, Governor, let's turn our attention to the legislative session. We know we're a little less than a month in, and you gave your final State of the Union speech. Let me ask about that. What were your thoughts leading up to that, knowing that this is your 8th and final speech?
First off, just cannot believe it's been 8 years, and as an Oklahoman that grew up here, my grandparents, and from Skytook, Oklahoma, and then my other granddad was the vet at the Oklahoma City Stockyards, and grew up in Norman, and it's just been such an honor to serve as the governor, and so really just very reflective and so happy of how we're leaving the state. Because when I took over, if Oklahomans remember, we were having teacher walkout, billion-dollar budget deficits. We had zero money in savings. And today we've got the largest savings account we've ever had. I've cut taxes by $1.6 billion. with a B. We got rid of the grocery tax for working families, tax on groceries. So just a lot of great things have happened. We've opened up more school choice, and just really proud of how we're leaving the state as one of the most business-friendly states in the country, and I hope Oklahomans can see that. Wages have gone up, $11,000 in my time, medium income, so really proud of where we're sitting as an Oklahoman.
So what are some of your priorities you'd like to see passed this session?
A couple things. We've got some constitutional problems, and so I'm asking the legislature to send a state question back to the people to let all of you vote on it, right? We want my parents, your parents, all of Oklahomans to decide what do they want the medical marijuana industry to look like. I think we were sold a bill of goods. Before I became governor, it passed, and we had no idea we were going to have more dispensaries than we do pharmacies in the state of Oklahoma. So everybody knows it's a joke on the medical side. This is just recreational marijuana. I think it's bad for young people. I think it's a stain on our state. And so I would like Oklahomans to have a state question to ask, do they really want that? So I've asked the legislature to do that. I've asked, we need to actually protect our funding for the future. So I want to lock in some of the savings gains I've put in place over the last 8 years and put a sovereign wealth fund in place to protect Oklahomans for the future. So there's a bunch of things like that I want, and we're just working together with the legislature to send that as a package, like a contract with Oklahoma, back to the voter box to see if you guys, if all of Oklahoma wants it.
Understood. And so another thing that's coming up, it's a big celebration, of course, 250th anniversary of our nation's founding. And over the last couple of weeks, we've announced that OK 250. So tell us a little bit about what Oklahoma is going to do to celebrate the birth of our great nation.
Yeah, well, we're excited about it. 250th year. I'm also going to have all the nation's governors into Oklahoma City in July, which is really fun. So we're going to have the National Governor Association meeting in Oklahoma City in July to also celebrate our 250th year. But we live in the greatest country in the world, and the American dream is alive and well in Oklahoma. And what I say about the American dream is it's this idea that it doesn't matter who your parents are or who you were born to, whether you're rich or poor, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to in America because of our free markets, because of our trust in God, and we're a nation, one nation under God, because of our values, because of our education system. And so I'm trying to teach the next generation that it's going to be hard. You're going to have to work hard for it, but that's all. But you don't have that opportunity in a lot of other countries. So we're going to talk about that. Every state has put together a commission, as did Oklahoma. So all the state fairs will be doing celebrations around the state. You'll have essay contests throughout the state of Oklahoma. There's a 1776 contest nationally that winners can go to. So it's going to be really fun to teach about the greatness of our country and civics as we celebrate this anniversary. Then we'll have a big 4th of July celebration here all across the state as well.
And I was really excited about the components of the educational part of it because I'm a big guy on when it comes to civics and learning how your government works and things like that. This is a great opportunity for that. Yeah,
I mean, and I tell people this, you got to remember, we believe in federalism and states' rights, and so it's important that young people understand that our founders, not only did they divide the power between the three branches of government that we're very familiar with, the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary, but they also divided between federal and state powers. And basically they made states more powerful than the federal government. And because they knew that, Maryland was different than Virginia, and Virginia is different than New York, and New York is different than Oklahoma, and Texas is different than California. And that's okay because it says all the powers were given to the states because we were closer to the people. So we had a very limited federal government. And I think that's one of the things that's wrong nationally is right now we're so divisive because we think that the federal government is trying to turn every state into whatever their policies are, right? So as Oklahomans, when Biden's in office, we don't want him to turn all of Oklahoma into California. We don't want to be California. And that's the great thing about 50 different individual states, 50 different laboratories of democracy. So we cannot forget that we're Oklahoma, and I believe we're the best state in the country. And I think that's an important piece for young people to understand on the civic side.
Well, we were speaking with Governor Kevin Stitt, and unfortunately, we are running out of time. And I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on and spending part of your morning with us to discuss the topics of the day, especially with the wildfire stuff that's going on and the legislative session and the big birthday for our nation coming up. I really appreciate you taking time out to have a conversation with us.
Absolutely, Jason. Anytime. Thank you so much. And it's going to be a beautiful day today. We're going to be high of 70s. I listened to your weather update before we get on, so that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I'm actually, after I get out of here, I'm headed to Beggs, Oklahoma, so I've got to head that way to cover a story for my day job too. So it's going to be a great day for that around the state.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and anytime, we'd love to get on with you.
All right, take care, Governor. Thank you so much. Once again, that's Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt joining us here on Oklahoma's Talk Radio, Freedom 96.9. We'll wrap things up when we come back here at 7:46 at Oklahoma's Talk Radio, Freedom 96.9.